Good morning, everybody. Today I'm taking about additive manufacturing technology subject. This is a elective for the fourth year, and myself P. Srinivas, Associate Professor, Mechanical Engineering Department, Narasimha Engineering College. Now coming to our class, this is today we are going to take the class on rapid prototype process chain. In this one, fundamental automated process and process chain. These two topics we are to discuss now. Now, rapid prototype process chain. In this one, there is two. One is fundamental automated process and process chain. Means in process chain, we are going for only additive manufacturing process, and fundamental means we are taking the what is the available manufacturing things in recent nowadays. Now coming to the fundamental automated process, there are three fundamental fabrication processes. As shown in figure, they are subtractive, additive, and formative. Subtractive means removing the material, additive means adding the material, and formative means we are forming the material by applying some force. The detail we see now, this is a definition of subtractive process. Subtractive process is one start with the single block of a solid material larger than the final size of the desired object, and material is removed until the desired shape is reached. Now here you see this model, this video, we are taking this component as a workpiece, and this is the single block solid material larger than the final size. This is a larger than the final size. What is the final size? You have to see now. Wait a moment. You see, this is cutting here, and you can check it. The size will be reducing, but this is a final size. This is a subtractive method. Subtractive method means we are removing the material from the workpiece, and we are getting the desired shape, whatever you need, according to the program and what is the need. And automatic cut off this one, and we have to make one more tool. Now, like this is how you are. This is CNC lathe. One is example for our purpose. Now this is the additive subtractive method. In subtractive method, what we are doing, we are removing the material from the workpiece, and the workpiece size should be more than the final product. You see how we make that much big part. This is converting into like this. A 10 bolt arrangement, and like these arrangements are there. These are the things we are getting from the subtractive method. Now coming to the next one. Next one is C. Additive process. Additive process is the exact reverse in that the end product is a much larger than the material. When it started, a material is manipulated so that successive portion of the combine to form the desired object. Means you can see there's some example video for this one. And here we are using the stereolithography printer, and here we are using liquid to convert it into solid. And layer by layer, we are making this one is we are making the component, the liquid like that, and whatever layer by layer we are preparing, and the component is preparing like this. Layer by layer only adding, and every time layer adding to that one. That layer will be adding. Finally, you can get the piece. This is a resin we are using in this one process. And this is one type of process. This is a liquid type process. We have the solid type. We are having the wafer type, and we are powder type. So many things are available. This is a process how we are making the liquid into the layer by layer fabric. This one layer is adding here. This layer by layer is adding it here. You can see a final product. Again layer is adding. Just to see. Again layer by layer. You see how we are adding. Again one more layer it will add. Now like this, you can get the final product. You have to see just while moment, you can get the final product. And now we are making this one. Now this is the final product we are getting, and you see how we are getting the final product layer by layer like this. This is called the additive manufacturing or additive process. This is one type of additive process. Additive process is three types. This is liquid, solid, and powder. This is the things you can see how we are making this thing. Now next one. Now, formative process. Formative process is the one where mechanical forces or restrictive forms are applied on a material so as to form it into the desired shape. Where formative process is the required forces restricting or restricting form. Restricting means you can make a casting. It is coming as a casting, and forces we are using for the forging, and here restricting casting. Now you see the some small video for this one. You understand what is the formative process. In formative process, we take as a metal like this. Here you see metal is hot metal, and we are making the shape. These are shapes. This is a forging process. In forging process, we are applying forces. Again, we are getting the forces. See for fine. And there is the open type and closed type forging is there. You can take this open type, and here is somewhat closed type. This is open type forging. I just hammering, and you can get the same desired shape. You can see this is a road side also. You can see this is an open type, and you see how we are making the things. Closed type means workpiece will not visible, only form die and dies are there. In the die, it will going to press. The first one is closed. This is the open type one. Let's see how you are cutting. These are the tools cutting, forming the tools. This is a forging. This is a closed type. Now this is a casting. You see how we are casting? This is just pouring the material. And forging, we are getting the strength in the recrystallize the structure. Now how we are cutting this one is how it is going to cut and maintain the forging. Now pressing that one, and we are making the sizes. And again you see how it is going to press. Now you can get the sizes and without affecting any crystal damages. This is more effective, and you can get the more strength in this particular processes. So this is called the forming process. What is the process? One is subtractive, next one is additive, third one is forming. This is a forming. We are not doing any machining. We are not removing the material. We are making the pressing, and we are getting the formation. Now coming to the process chain, we have the 5 steps. What are the steps? There are steps: 3D modeling, data conversion and transmission, checking and preparation, building, and post process. Now here you see 3D modeling, data conversion and transmissions, and checking and preparing, building, and post processing. UV and cutting, curing oven, and ultrasonic cleaning, and chemical material device. These are some methods we are using in a curing process. Now we see step by step what is a 3D modeling. 3D modeling, advanced 3D CAD modeling, is a generally prepared in a RP process, and usually it most time consuming part of the entire process chain. It is the most important that such 3D geometry models can be shared by the entire design team for many different purposes, such as interference studies, stress analysis, FEM analysis, detailed design, and drafting, planning and manufacturing, including NC part programming. Many CAD/CAM systems now have a 3D geometrical modeler facility with these special purpose modules. Before going to this one, 3D modeling is RP requires closed volume of the model, whether the basic elements are surfaces or solids. The problem is usually more complex than one can imagine because there are many different RP machines which have different requirements and capabilities. Now these steps we have to see in a practical session. Now I am going to do in a Creo what is the 3D modeling and these things. And just while a moment, yeah, 1 minute. Coming to again here. I'm just opening Creo. Now this is a Creo model and a Creo software. I want to start what is the 3D? Wow, actually 3D modeling. 3D modeling is nothing but we have to make in the representation of this one. Just you see here, and we are making the using commands. This is a modeling, 3D modeling we are doing now. Just I give my name, part model. I want to make MNS solid part, and I want to draw some whatever you want you can draw here, depend on your requirement. Now my requirement is I'm drawing. Just 1 minute loading. This is a more time taking of this one. Now extrude. These are some commands and placement. Define. Select one plane. Sketch. Okay. Right. And I want to go here this side. Okay, completed. Now I want to make one more this one. Extrude, placement, define on this particular plane, sketch, orientation. Now I want to draw some rectangle face. So this is some. Now this is one part, and this is 3D model. I did like this for my requirement like this. Now next one is this is 3D model. This is simple part. You can do how much complicated also you can do in this one. Now next coming to this one. Now 3D modeling. It is the most important part. This geometry, whatever your idea, you can do this one, and at the same time, this one you can model it and you can make it as a. This one you can go for analysis. You can go for the manufacturing. You can go for any purpose. You can transfer this file in a different format. Okay, other part file also. Now my CAD/CAM system now I have a 3D geometry model facility with a special purpose module. Now these are special purpose modules. File new. There are special purpose modules. You can make it as a different things. And drafting. I can generate a drafting for this one. Go for file, new, drawing, and you can make it as a. Okay, you can check it. Use template. Use a template and okay. You see, automatically you can generate the part also. Like this, you can make any type of part automatically, or you can make it as a front view, side view, top view, and with the references inside. Dotted line like this. Now coming to the here, and now we are. See, the most FEM, and you can go for NC machining and everything from CAD system. Now next one, RP requires closed volume of the module, whether the basic elements are surface solid. Now closed volume means this is a closed volume. I want to make open volume, we won't get the open volume we are getting whenever using surface model. In surface modeling, we are getting open volume. Open volume means you can see file. Okay, now you can make view. Okay, now go for file, new part. Next to surface. Orientation. This is a closed open volume. This is called the open volume. This won't work for the STL file. Right? Remember this one, we must in the closed loop. Closed loop surface we need and closed surfaces we need. Now coming to this one, the problem is usually more complex than one can imagine. This small component we can't get, we are not having any problem. But when you go for the complicated surfaces, we are facing the so many problems. Now coming to the data conversion and transmission. The solid or surface model to build is the next converted into the format of WinSTL file. Now the STL file format approximates the surface of the model using tiny triangles. Highly curved surfaces must employ many more triangles, which means STL files for curved parts can be large. Since 1990, almost all major CAM vendors have developed and integrated this interface into their system. The conversion step is probably simplest and shortest of the entire process. Now I want to see what is the easy how to. This is a component of my one, and I want to make transferring of this one into the IGS file, STL file. Now I want to make save. Now go for view, activate, file, file save, or save as, save a copy, or otherwise save. Here you can go for STL file. Sorry. File save as, save as. Then now we're gonna work on now file save as. Save as. Now you see here save as, and here go to the graph printer, and now your name is test1 on desktop. Okay. Now here you see chord height and angle of contact. Now you can make just apply, and you see this is the thing. Now whenever you require more things, and just reduce this one 0.5, apply and get more. Now curved portion we are getting more, and flat portion we are getting less. These are the triangles which are we are now discussing. Now here you see this is, now here you can see now you see the conversion. Now we are converting into STL file. That STL file we are converting into the step. Checking and preparing. The computer time. Now what is the file we are checking? We are making the test. Test means checking and preparing. Next process, third process, right? Checking and preparing. Now I want to go for, in this one, what is step? The computer term garbage in is garbage out is applicable to the RP also. Means rapid prototype was the same. Whichever we are giving, we are getting output. However, more often than not, it is due to the both the errors of the CAD model and the non-robustness of the CAD STL file. STL interface. Unfortunately, today CAD models whose quality are depend on the CAD system, human operators, and post processors are still affiliated with the wide spectrum of problems, including the generation of unwanted shell and punctures that host gaps, cracks, etc. These problems, if not rectified, will result in the frequent failure of the application downstream. Now coming to our this one, now I want to do this one also by hands and practice. Now go to the again, I want to convert this one first. Now this is a conversion I did, and I want to go again in this other software. Now I want to make file open. Now I open SQL model, and where is my SQL model? I put in a desktop, I think. This is a test, and this is a test SQL file open. Now here you see this is a bigger one. I want to make smaller size. Now I want to make height is this much. I want to go for pick this one. This is a checking. Now I want to make prototype. Now I want to make scale by 0.1. Okay. Now you see how this is happening. Now this is my printer settings and go for slices. Now slicing this one, I am getting this and open, save, desktop, test one, G code. This is the simplest part in the test and just using this one. In this one, you have to make supports and materials you have to select, and style also you have to select. There are settings you can make one time or whenever you need. Now go for STL file, desktop, go test for where it test. Yeah, this is a test. Open with Notepad. This is the third data conversion. Now you see what is G codes. We are generating. These are the G codes. These are all 5 instructions. And from here we require G code. This one you see how much bigger G code is it. Now this is G code and how to move the things. Now we go for the PPT presentation. Now you have to go. Unfortunately, CAD models are checking, and now you have to check the model is correct or not, the orientation will be correct or not. You have to make the things perfectly. Okay, now unfortunately, the CAD models whose quality depend on CAD system, human operators, and post-processors are still affiliated with a wide spectrum of problems, including generation of unwanted cell punctures, that is, holes, gaps, cracks, etc. These problems, if not rectified, will be resultant in the frequent failure of the application downstream. Now, building. Building is, this is nothing but, already we discussed, this is 3D printing, and we are making the fully automated for operations to leave this machine on the building of the part overnight. The building process may take up several hours to build depending on the size and number of parts. The number of identical parts that can be built is subjected to the overall build size constrained by the build volume and RP system. Now we are going for building, and we are going to watch one video on this one. Desktop. Now you see whatever the things. Now this is additive manufacturing. How you are making layer? On layer by layer we are preparing. Cutting by laser. You see how it is going to cut here. Now the paper is moving up, and these unwanted areas, these are all unwanted areas. And glue will be putting by this cylinder. See how we are putting a glue. A final component. See now how we are making the final component. These are all our stacking, and we are removing this one. This is the final component which is we are getting from this particular one. Now this is the final product. Now this is called the additive manufacturing. Now coming to the post processing, the cleaning task refer to the removal of the excess part which may have remained on the part. Thus, for SLA part, these are refers to the excess resin resistance and interrupted portions such as the blind holes of the part as well as the removal support. Similarly, for SLS part, the excess powder has to be removed. Likewise, for LOM and piece of excess wood like blocks of paper which acted as a support to the support have to be removed. Now these are the post processing requirement, cleaning and post curing and finishing. These are the SLS printer, SLA printer, FDM printer, LOM printer. FDM printer, when it is there to finishing, you don't want cleaning and post processing. But LOM and SLS, we need cleaning and post curing. Now SLS means selective laser sintering and stereolithography. LEM is stereolithography apparatus and FDM is fused deposit modeling and LOM is layered object manufacturing. Now this is about this one.